YouTube. Just picked up a black ice and they just met about 10 seconds ago. So my original black ice, the one that's on top, the dark one, I kind of pecked at him at first and tail slapped him a few times. And now he's like wagging his tail like a dog. Seems really happy. Doesn't really seem to be pecking at him. Kind of more interested, letting him know this is my fucking tank. The new one seems to be submitting. Ooh. I need to go through my storage and delete stuff, man. That's why it let me take 4 minutes video.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully now that there's one in there, they get along and they'll stop hanging out in the back and maybe host a torch or affiliate or something. But chances are that's not going to happen. More tail slapping going on. I'm just happy to see Telecom, that was the name of my black ice, is the premium snowflake that passed away with Shamu. I know, how original. But there they are, folks. He's in the tank. I know I should have quarantined him, but it came out of a clownfish breeder system. He's had him for quite some time now, so I'm confident that her tank was pest and disease free. And big shout out to Reef Love, thank you for hooking it up. I hope you and your daughter enjoy Europe. So there it is. I went and picked up that missing piece of plywood. I got it ripped, got home and realized I had the right size screws, so I'm off to the hardware store to get some screws and gonna probably drill and start gluing and screwing things together for the stand. So it's cool to see the black ice is doing the typical clownfish behavior, doing the little tick seizure. And ever since he's seen him, definitely seems to have livened up 100%. So there they are. No lens. I'm gonna bounce to the hardware store. Just wanted to share with you guys the new edition. Hopefully everything works out and works out for the best. I'm just happy to have a new guy. I'm sure they'll have their little spats over the next week, but hopefully they're compatible and get along just fine over time. Alright guys. YouTube, what's up? Putting the stand together right now. So Craig jigging it, laid out all the holes. Overkill for the holes, but it is what it is. Only thing you need to really worry about is setting up the Craig jig correctly. In this case, I'm using 1/2 inch material. The 1x4s and 1x6s are 3/4 inch thick, but you need to base your depths off the smallest material. So I got a 3/4 inch thick piece going into a 1/2 inch thick, so I am drilling for 1/2 inch using 1/2 inch size screws. This is plywood. I do have one piece of birch, which is a little bit harder wood, but so you set the depth guide where the shoulder meets up on 1/2 inch, as well as the hole guide. Where's that? Well, it's right here on the side. It says 1/2 inch. But you want those both set to 1/2 inch. For 1/2 inch size material, you use 1 inch screws. For 3/4 inch material, you use 1.25 inch. You don't need to use the Craig jig screws. Using 1 inch galvanized wood deck screws, along with some Type Bond too. Then I'll get a coat of kilts and then a coat of what do you call it? Enamel, door enamel. Seems to be holding up pretty well. Just wanted to share putting it together. Maybe I'll snap a photo when it's all done. Still going to be a while before it's all set up, painted and everything. I'm just kind of gluing the framework together. Just wanted to share. Thanks. Part 2. There it is, folks. All together, glued. It's a little bit rough right now. I need to get some wood filler. Fill in the little gaps, imperfections, sand it down, fill in the Craig jig holes. But it's all screwed and glued. Screwed and glued, all screwed and glued together. See the mismatch of plywood grains. This top piece is what I bought today. It's got a different grain than the other stuff. I think the other stuff is cabinet grade. This stuff is sanded ply. But doesn't matter to me because it's going to be all painted black. It's a little bit rough. I might add triangles in the corners and something down here where the top connects to the lower section. Maybe a 1x1 in the corners. I need something there, I think. I might even add like a little strip right here that comes up and underneath the top, and then like a double brace. I can't put anything across the back because the tank extends back the full length, but here you can see the little 4-inch step. Came out alright. It looks a little rough right now. Like I said, it needs wood filler, sanding, paint. If I had a brad nailer, I would put some badass looking molding or something on here, but unfortunately I don't right now. So maybe in the future I'll put some molding on there. But there it is. The frag tank will sit in the middle, lagoon on top. You can see the 2x6 on the top. That's going to hide the Orphic LED lighting, and also keep some of that light spill inside the stand. But you know, the frag tank's only 6 inches. I got enough room on the sides. I think as long as I'm looking from the front, I don't know. If it doesn't work out, it'll just be a shelf. We'll do a frag tank on that stand over there. So thanks for watching, guys, and there's part 2 to the stand build. Look forward to part 3, I guess, of me filling it and sanding it. Right on. Thanks, guys.